Hello everyone, it's a new week, a new show, and today we'll be discussing a different method of editing. Now this style is used quite often for news and can really help place tracks to get the perfect timing you're looking for. Now it's called 3-point editing, and I'm going to be making this into a multi-part tutorial. Now before I can show you how to do this, let's first set up our Mac computer to make sure the function commands work the way that we want them to. Let's go to our System Preferences by clicking on the top left corner Apple icon and go down to System Preferences. And now that that's opened, select Keyboard so we can modify the settings. And in the Keyboard tab, make sure to uncheck Use all F1, F2, etc. just to make sure your function keys return to how we want them and they're no longer controlling a specialized program. But don't worry, because if you still want them the other way around, all you have to do is hold the function key on your keyboard and hit that button, and it's going to be able to do that for you. Also, in our Shortcuts tab, let's uncheck Expose. Now this way we can use the F10 key on our keyboard. And after that's all set up, we can go into Final Cut, and I'm going to discuss a little bit about what 3-point editing is. So with 3-point editing, while using the timeline in the viewer, we have the options of placing in and out points. What 3-point editing means is that we'll either need 2 points in the timeline and 1 in the viewer, or 1 in the viewer and 2 in the timeline. Therefore, 3 points are being utilized. So let me show you an example by placing an in and out point in our viewer and an in point in our timeline. And we're going to place these points just by hitting the I and O on our keyboard. After the points are made, we can see down in our timeline the I is going to represent where we want the footage to come in at. And in our viewer, the I and the O is going to represent what footage in between those we want to place down in our timeline. By hitting F9, we can insert the footage down below, separating anything that may have been there, or hit F10 and we can overwriting the footage below. Now, alternatively, we can also place an in and out point in our timeline so that whatever's up in our viewer automatically goes and fits that space. And that's it for the quick overview of 3-point editing. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change what track your 3-point edit goes on, as well as some examples, and tell you a good way to begin using your 3-point editing.